We're already 3 months into 2024. Now it's time to take a look at the coolest New Balances that were released or revealed in March of 2024. Welcome to this month's episode of Best New Balances of the Month. As usual, I'll begin the video with all of the New Balances that were officially released in some sort of capacity in March 2024, and I'll end off the video with any New Balances that were revealed or leaked and are going to be officially releasing at a later date. Starting off the GRs that released in March, we have a 2-pack of 1906Rs. We got the 1906R in the metallic new spruce as well as the licorice colorway. As you can see, I picked up the new spruce colorway. When I first saw the leak of this colorway, I knew I needed to have it. It is just a very fire shoe, and I can't believe it's a GR. This could easily pass as maybe like a Kith collab or some other sneaker boutique. I mean, the colors are just really fire. I really love the metallic teal as well as the pop of yellow in the midsole. The licorice colorway is also pretty cool as well. The shade of licorice looks kind of like a dark purple, which is an interesting color, especially for a GR. And next up, we had an early official release for the 990 V6 in the core triple black colorway. I managed to get these off of Tip Top Shoes. Nothing too much to say about this colorway other than that it's the fourth and final core colorway for the V6. This triple black colorway is very stealthy and versatile, and it's great if you're allowed to wear 990 V6s for work and are required to wear all black shoes. And next up is a 2-pack of 991 V2 GR colorways. We got the Rosewood colorway as well as the Silver, Blue, and Turbulence colorway. This is another rock solid pack of GRs. I think both of the shoes are top contenders for some of the best GRs that have released in 2024 so far, especially this Rosewood colorway in particular. Obviously, I picked this colorway up. I just really love the contrast of the various colors. The Rosewood and the dark taupe are a nice subtle contrast, and you also have the tan nubucks as well as the gray meshes, and then the pop of the neon yellow really does it for me. It really works well on the shoe, and I think it's a great start to the 991 V2 GRs. The silver and blue colorway is also rock solid. A lot of people were pointing out it's very similar to a Yeezy 700 colorway, especially with the pop of orange in the midsole and the pods as well. I think it is another rock solid colorway for the 991 V2 as well. And next up, we have another 2-pack of GRs for the 991 V2. You have the royal blue colorway as well as the turmeric colorway. I like to call it just the bright orange colorway. Both of these, as you can tell, are just solid colorways of royal blue and turmeric respectively. Nothing too much to say about them. I do really like the shades of royal blue and turmeric. I think they're really nice shades of colors and they work well on the 991 V2. And next up is the second wave of Teddy Santis Season 5 releases. 2-pack of 990 V4s. You have the Arctic Gray colorway as well as the Macadamia Nut colorway. Both of these colorways are pretty rock solid. Both of the colorways are rock solid. I think they work really well on the V4. I really like how they changed up things and added rope laces in addition to having an extra set of flat laces in the pack. I personally prefer the Arctic Gray colorway in this 2-pack. I really like the contrast of, well, it's not really gray, it's more of like kind of like an ocean or icy blue, and the contrasting black midsole is very fire. The Macadamia Nut colorway is also pretty solid. I really like the contrast between the light macadamia nut and the black midsole, and then the pop of green in the end logo and laces is also pretty cool too. And what's interesting about this 2-pack is that this is the first time in a long time that a Teddy Santis GR actually sold out on NewBalance.com. I definitely like both of these. I personally didn't pick up either of them because I bought the Rosewood 991 V2 instead, but it seems like this 2-pack was very popular because they have sold out on New Balance US. And next up was a surprise release of a new clog model from New Balance, and it's called the Fresh Foam X Recovery. Recovery spelled without the vowels. And as you can see from the picture, it's a clog type shoe. It obviously uses Fresh Foam X in the midsole, and I imagine it's a pretty comfortable shoe. It's actually released in the running section of NewBalance.com. Obviously, because these are called the Recovery, I assume this model is great for the recovery days after long runs or maybe even marathons. But regardless, I'm sure this is going to be popular for the lifestyle crowd. It's obviously competition to like the Yeezy Foam Runner as well as the various Merrell and Croc shoes. I'm not the biggest fan of clogs, but of course, since it is New Balance, I do have a little bit of interest in it, and I do think it's cool that they are using fresh foam in it, and I honestly don't think they look half half bad, especially for a clog. They are $100, which is a bit steep for a clog, but then again, they do actually have a foam technology in the midsole rather than just being a regular foam used in the rest of the shoe. Let me know if you guys would want me to review the fresh foam recoveries. And starting off the collabs that released in March, we have the 2-pack of Kith collaborations on the 1906R. The 2-pack consists of a white and blue colorway as well as a black, green, and gold colorway. In my opinion, I feel like the white and blue colorway is a big miss. Not that it's a bad shoe, but it just looks like a GR colorway. I feel like this is going to be one of the shoes that ends up on one of my most disappointing collabs list at the end of the year. I mean, when it was first leaked, a lot of people, including myself, assumed it was a GR until it was revealed the little Kith logo on the tongue. That's really the only way you were able to tell that was a Kith collab. Like, the colorway is just pretty plain and boring. Again, it's by no means bad. It's just pretty disappointing for a collab colorway. On the other hand, the black, green, and gold colorway, while it's not necessarily for me, it's definitely on the more unique side, and it definitely has a more distinctive look, and I do definitely respect the colorway more as a collab in contrast to the blue and white colorway. And next up is a new Beams collaboration on the 550. As you can tell, it's a mostly indigo and dark blue shoe, but if you look a little closer, the shoes are actually mismatched, and it seems like they consist of opposite tones on each shoe. Like on the right shoe, the mudguard is like the light blue, and then on the left shoe, it's a shade of navy blue, which I think is a kind of like low-key heat type of detail. It reminds me of the Beams Paperboy Paris Made in UK collab from a year or two ago. I definitely think it's a pretty solid collab for the 550. And next up is a new Dover Street Market exclusive 991 V2. Again, I'm not 100% sure if this is just an exclusive or a full-on collab with DSM, but regardless, it only released on DSM, and it was made in celebration of the London Marathon. It's a pretty low-key type of shoe. It's pretty much an all-black 991 V1. Honestly, it's almost a triple black colorway, but of course you get the pop of orange and green in the pods, as well as 3M accents around the shoe, as well as an orange insole. It's a pretty okay shoe in my opinion. Again, it's not necessarily a collab. Dover Street Market calls it an exclusive, and it was definitely not a shoe that I ran out to buy. And next up, we have a new ML Leon Dore collab on the 990 V4. Yes, this shoe is an ALD collab. It's not just a Teddy Santis GR. The shoe is very plain. It almost looks like a core colorway for the V4, but again, it is an ALD collab. And if you had any doubts, the box actually has ALD branding. In my opinion, the box is more creative than the actual shoe. Again, I can't say it enough. This just looks like a plain old GR. It almost looks like a core colorway. I mean, again, the shoe is by no means a bad shoe. It's a very versatile and wearable shoe. Hopefully the suede quality is elevated, especially it being an ALD collab. And another thing, I can't entirely fault him for looking like a GR, since obviously Teddy Santis runs both ALD and New Balance's Main USA GR division, so I can kind of understand the crossover. But because it's underneath the ALD label, I expected something more creatively. And now I'm gonna move on to all of the New Balances that were revealed or leaked in the month of March. First up is a new 991 V2 GR, what a lot of people are calling the Cloud White colorway. It's a very simple and versatile colorway. I can definitely imagine this GR being very popular. Something this clean and being on the 991 V2, I can already tell it being a very popular GR once it eventually releases. And next up is the Made in UK 1500 35th Anniversary Edition. This year marks the 35th anniversary for the New Balance Made in UK 1500 model, and this colorway is obviously in celebration of that. In addition to the pretty solid, almost like aged, dark gray colorway of the 1500, it comes with a special box. You get the standard cardboard Made in UK box, but it's wrapped in a retro style New Balance box that you'd find when it first released. It's black and white and has big end cap branding in the very middle, which I think is really cool. And next up is a new striking GR colorway for the New Balance 1000. The New Balance 1000 is an old retro model that is going to be making its return soon, and this right here is one what appears to be a GR colorway for the 1000. I've heard rumors that it might be an ALD collab. Again, I can't confirm it, but this shoe is definitely striking. It's bright pink with a small stripe of green in the middle, and the top is tan. I don't really like it, nor do I really hate it. It's definitely a striking colorway. You guys know I like the louder colorways, but I don't really care too much for this colorway. The New Balance 1000 model, on the other hand, I am really interested in. So far, in terms of the leaks, the collabs I don't really care about. This GR I don't really care too much either. There are some like plain GRs that have also been revealed. I'm not even going to go over in this video because they're just like really plain and basic, but I feel like this shoe has potential if they just bring back the retro colorways. Speaking of the New Balance 1000, the Joe Freshgoods 1000 was officially revealed in March and is going to be releasing near the end of April. One colorway is like a black with gum outsole with like kind of like a dark maroon accent. It's made out of mostly synthetic materials. And then the other colorway is like a pink and white colorway, also with the gum outsole. That's probably my favorite of the two, but honestly I don't really care too much for this collab. I think it's pretty meh in my opinion. I don't really think it's good, nor do I think it's bad, but regardless, it's a Joe Freshgoods collab, so I can definitely see this being popular, especially since it's going to be the first colorways for the return of the New Balance 1000. And that's going to do it for the New Balances of March 2024. What were your guys' favorite shoes during March? I'd definitely like to know down in the comments. So that's going to do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Follow me on my socials. Check out the Intelligence site for more New Balance content and guides. If you really love the video, please consider leaving a super thanks in the tip jar below. And thanks for watching.